Part 2, Age of Ultron. In October 2011, Marvel began looking into Phase 2. After the release of the Avengers, most of the cast was contracted to return, except Downey. He had a 4-film deal, with Iron Man 3 being the 4th film. In July 2012, Anthony Mackie entered negotiations to play Sam Wilson/Falcon in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. In August 2012, Whedon was announced to write and direct the sequel. Later that month, Disney, the new owners of the MCU, set a May 1st, 2015 release date. That December, Whedon had completed an outline of the film. In an early draft of Age of Ultron, Captain Marvel was going to appear, but wasn't cast or introduced yet. Regardless, Whedon shot visual effects plates for Captain Marvel to fly down into the facility. Those shots were reused for Scarlet Witch. Early drafts include the Hulk's Quinjet being detected near Saturn, but as there were no plans to adapt a Planet Hulk movie, his fate was left unknown. First sign of pre-production beginning occurred in April 2013, when it was announced filming would begin early 2014. At the Hollywood premiere of Iron Man 3, Whedon said the draft was complete and in the storyboard process, and that he was meeting with actors about the film. He mentioned writing Downey in mind and including the sister-brother act. Later, it was confirmed he was referring to Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, who by then were said to be played by Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen for Captain America: The Winter Soldier. On May 3rd, 2013, Iron Man 3 released, seeing the return of Downey, Paltrow, Cheadle, Favreau, Bettany, and Ruffalo. The film follows Tony dealing with PTSD after New York.
How did he get out of the wormhole?
Facing a demon he made nearly 13 years ago. Ruffalo appears in a post-credit scene as Tony vents the entire movie to him as sort of like a stressful sort of thing, before saying that he's not that type of doctor, that he's not a therapist.
I'm not that kind of doctor. I'm not a therapist.
He's more of he's a science researcher or something. He has a PhD, I think. In July 2013, at San Diego Comic-Con, Whedon announced the film's subtitle was Age of Ultron, not based off of the Age of Ultron comic storyline. He also announced that Ultron's origin would be different from his comic debut, and that Hank Pym would not be involved in Ultron's creation, but rather Tony and Bruce would co-create Ultron, and the film would be darker due to Ultron's involvement. He stated that it made more sense to include Ultron, a tech-based villain, to create a balance between tech and fantasy-based characters in the reality-based MCU. From July to August, Karen Gillan, was set to play Nebula, and Bradley Cooper to voice Rocket Raccoon for Guardians of the Galaxy. These two would join the Avengers on their time heist. From August to November, James Spader was set to voice Ultron, Aaron Taylor Johnson as Pietro Maximoff/Quicksilver, and Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda Maximoff/Scarlet Witch. By December, Ruffalo, Evans, Jackson, Hemsworth, Johansson, Renner, and Smulders were set to return. On November 8th, 2013, for the Dark World release, seeing the return of Hemsworth, Hiddleston, Hopkins, Portman, and Skarsgård. The film starts with Loki answering for his crimes on Earth and ends with Loki usurping Odin in his disguise. The film follows Thor trying to stop the Dark Elves from plunging the 9 realms into darkness. The movie introduces the reality sim, and the mid-credit scene shows it onto the possession of the Collector after the climactic battle. In early 2014, Paul Bettany was set to play Vision for Age of Ultron, and Paul Rudd was set to play Scott Lang in Ant-Man. On January 24th, 2014, it was announced that filming would begin March 2014 in Fort Bard, Italy. Then in February, it was announced action scenes would be shot in Johannesburg, South Africa. Johannesburg, I don't know how to pronounce it. A few weeks after, Marvel announced that some of the film will film in Seoul, South Korea. On February 11th, 2014, second unit filming began in Johannesburg, for action plays of the Hulk versus Hulkbuster fight for 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, it's pretty destructive. Quite a lot of interactive destruction. Principal photography for Age of Ultron began mid-March 2014 at Shepperton Studios with an estimated budget of $365 million and was expected to go on for 4 months. They also filmed in various locations across England so they could give the film a different aesthetic from the 2012 movie. Brian Tyler was set to compose the score for Age of Ultron by March 2014. For the film, one of the biggest sets for Marvel was built, the Avengers Tower interior. From March 22 to 28, filming in Italy occurred across Aosta Valley. Filming in Seoul occurred from March 30th to April 14th. Production got the chance to attach cameras to drones and race cars for a unique shot. Filming for Steve's Hallucination occurred in April. On April 4th, 2014, The Winter Soldier released, with Evans, Johansson, Jackson, Stan, and Atwell returning, and introducing Johnson and Olsen. The film follows Captain America and Black Widow, who are fugitives for most of the film, going down a rabbit hole and discovering Hydra growing inside S.H.I.E.L.D., as well as Bucky's survival. In the climax, Black Widow reveals all of S.H.I.E.L.D./Hydra's secrets, setting up the opening scene in Age of Ultron, where the Avengers are raiding a Hydra facility. In the mid-credit scene, we're introduced to the Maximoff twins. Whedon directed the scene himself. By May 2014, Josh Brolin was revealed as the voice of Thanos for Guardians of the Galaxy. Filming for Age of Ultron moved to Norwich and Kent in June. Filming at the University of East Anglia for the new Avengers facility exterior and the Dover Castle for the Hydra research facility. In July, filming went to training grounds for London's Metropolitan Police and then to Chittagong, Bangladesh to film the salvage yard exterior shots, as well as filming in New York State. On August 1st, 2014, Guardians of the Galaxy released, debuting Chris Pratt as Peter Quill / Star-Lord, Zoe Saldana as Gamora, sorry if I mispronounced the name, Dave Bautista as Drax, Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon, Vin Diesel as Groot, and a new version of Groot in the sequel, Michael Rooker as Yondu Yodonta, I don't know how to pronounce it, Sean Gunn as Kraglin Obfontori, I don't know how to pronounce it, Karen Gillan as Nebula, and Josh Brolin as Thanos. It features the return of the Collector and introduces the Power Stone. The post-credit scene checks on the Collector after his exhibit is blown to bits. The film follows the Guardians coming together to stop Ronan from exploding Xandar. By August 6th, principal photography had completed for Age of Ultron. After that, Skarsgård, Mackie, and Hiddleston were confirmed to be reprising their roles. However, Hiddleston's footage did not make theatrical cut. Whedon confirmed that Atwell would appear in a Chaos Magic hallucination. Additional filming occurred January 2015. Through promotional material, Andy Serkis was revealed to play Ulysses Klaue. In early April 2015, Linda Cardellini was revealed to appear in the film, later revealed to be Laura Barton. At the same time, Whedon stated there would be no post-credit scene, but later, Feige revealed there would be only one post-credit scene. In October 2014, the first trailer hit YouTube. An extended trailer was released by Samsung Mobile on YouTube on December. The final trailer came March 2015 on YouTube. December 2014, Benedict Cumberbatch was chosen to play Stephen Strange / Doctor Strange. On April 13th, 2015, Age of Ultron had its world premiere at Dolby Theater and hit theaters May 1st, grossing $1.403 billion. Inflation not included. It features the return of Downey, Evans, Hemsworth, Johansson, Renner, Ferrigno, Ruffalo, Jackson, Mackie, Cheadle, Taylor Johnson, Olsen, Skarsgård, Atwell, and Smolders. It features the debut and demise of Ultron, played by James Spader, and Andy Serkis as Ulysses Klaue, Kerry Condon as Friday. On top of that, Paul Bettany reprises Jarvis and plays Vision. The post-credit centers the camera on the newly forged Infinity Gauntlet, with Thanos' equipment saying, "Fine, I'll do it myself," referring to Loki's failure to get the Space Stone and him losing the Mind Stone, as well as Ronan betraying him in Guardians of the Galaxy and the Power Stone ending up in Corps custody. The film follows the Avengers trying to eliminate a less-than-week-old AI threat that Tony made for peace and protection. Well, that's the end of this video. Didn't meet the monthly guarantee. I guess it's more just going to be a loose schedule. But although I'm probably going to keep the months as a time frame. And with that, I'll see you all again at an unspecified time. Bye.